Hey guys, it's Dr. B here. So I get a lot of questions about basic core stabilization. So I wanted to shoot a quick video here and just give you some sort of phase one foundational core stabilization. So quick education moment before we get into the actual exercises. A lot of people, when they think of core, they think of their abs, they think of this front portion of their abdomen. But what you have to realize is that your core is actually a cylinder. So it doesn't just go here, it wraps all the way around. So these obliques, your low back muscles, all of that contributes to your core, as well as your diaphragm and your pelvic floor. And so this cylinder has to be able to be made tight. And so one of the biggest problems we see, especially as chiropractors that we identify, is patients who ignore the importance of their low back when it comes to their core. So you'll see these people at the gym, they're in decent shape, or they're trying to get in shape and they're doing a ton of crunches and things like this, and they're totally neglecting this lumbar portion of their core. And so we're gonna address that a little bit with just a couple of simple exercises. So again, these are very foundational. Anybody can start with these, and then we can progress up from there. So first one, we always called it a Superman. So you're gonna start off laying flat on your belly, and I'll give you both angles here. So you can see front and side. So kind of from the front here, back up just a little bit. So from the front here, what this looks like is you're gonna be flat on your belly, but then when you go to do your exercise, what you're gonna do, and there are variations here, you can just raise one arm, you can raise one leg, and you're gonna feel that engage kind of in your lumbar. You can go opposite arm, opposite leg at the same time, and then alternate. Again, you could just go both arms. You could just go both legs. Those tend to be a little bit harder. So single arm, single leg would be the easiest. Opposite arm, opposite leg is gonna be a little bit more challenging. And then two arms, two legs is gonna be probably the most difficult. So those are your progressions. Now again, what I tend to do is just hold. So you can just go. I really like opposite arm, opposite leg. I think most people can probably start there. But again, if you try that, it's really difficult. Start with a single arm, start with a single leg. And then I usually do holds, like I said. So you may hold for 3 seconds, 5 seconds, 10 seconds. These core muscles are stabilizing muscles. They're muscles that we want to be able to work with a lot of endurance, so they can engage for long periods of time. These are the muscles that hold us upright. These are the muscles that we should be using when we reach down to pick up our kids, our grandkids, our groceries, our luggage. We should be using these core muscles to stabilize our whole body. And that's gonna really strengthen your lumbar spine as well. And it's really gonna help your corrective care in correcting and stabilizing your lumbar spine, which ultimately reduces stress on your nerve system and allows for optimum function, optimum healing throughout the body. So again, that's Superman, that's super simple. Again, you can rewind this and watch the explanation over and over again. The next one that I like is what we call a bird dog. So it's very similar, but you're gonna come up on your hands and your knees. So again, this is an advancement from Superman because this takes a little bit more balance and stability, but again, it's got the exact same concept. So from here, you can start single arm, single leg, and then the best option that's gonna get you the most results would be opposite arm, opposite leg. And you're just gonna hold that for a couple of seconds and come back down. This one you're not gonna hold for a real long period of time, but just a couple of seconds at a time, and then again, you can alternate. This is what we call an anti-rotation exercise. So what you wanna be cognizant of is you don't want to be rotating like this, where your whole core is kind of shifting, where your pelvis is rotating. So if you watch, if I come here to the side view, what you don't want to see is this, where my hip comes way up. What you should see is that my hip doesn't really move. I just kick my leg back. That's what you should see right there. So a great thing to do is get out your phone, turn the camera on, and watch yourself. Get a mirror that you can put on, like a floor mirror where you can see. You can glance over, make sure that your pelvis isn't rotating. That's what we want to see. So again, if I was here, if I could get that camera to shoot right down my back, which I don't think I can, you would see that nothing really moves from here. So my back stays flat, stiff as a board. And I'm just moving my arm and my leg. So again, those are your two really good foundational exercises. As you're doing that, you are gonna feel this, but as you're extending your arms and your legs, you're gonna be engaging that posterior chain as well. But really, again, when you engage your core, the idea is that you work your entire core. This is gonna target the posterior side, but you should feel the entire core tightening and stabilizing, and that's what's gonna keep your pelvis from rotating. So again, that's Superman and Bird Dogs, very foundational. We'll be putting together more videos where we'll show you a little bit more advanced core stabilization exercises, but that's your phase one. Enjoy.